Hey everybody, welcome back to Exploring Higher Realities. And today I wanted to discuss, describe, and show a very simple meditation technique called alternate nostril breathing. Here on Exploring Higher Realities, I want to give you guys very literal and practical information that you can start implementing in the idea of exploring higher realities so you can train yourself to become aware of higher realities, otherwise known as subtle realities or even non-physical realities, energetic realities, astral realities, and the like. And to do that, balancing your nervous system, calming your mind, reducing stress, turning your attention inwards is a great place to start to do those things. So this technique, alternate nostril breathing, otherwise known as Nadi Shodhana in yoga, is very simple. You're going to alternate the nostrils that you're breathing through breath by breath. And I'm going to give a short demonstration here. But this is said to balance the nervous system. Also, people here might be familiar with hemisync, right? Binaural beats, which are stimulating both hemispheres of the brain. Well, Nadi Shodhana, or alternate nostril breathing, is actually doing the same thing, because when you're breathing through the different nostrils, what's going to happen is that you're going to, activate and create coherence in both hemispheres of the brain through bilateral stimulation. So it's not the same as hemisync, but it creates a very similar effect in the coherence of the brain and the hemispheres of the brain through bilateral stimulation. So I'm going to give a very short and simple demonstration of this. The gestures with my hands that you're going to see, you do not have to do. That's just me showing the inward and outward breath. So for clarification for people. So you're going to begin by, and to clarify, you're going to see me using both hands when I do breathe in and out. That's my way of doing it. People are usually doing it like this with one hand and going left to right, left to right. Some people use a mudra when they do it. I think there's a better bilateral stimulation effect when you go from left to right with my hands. I also feel more comfortable doing that, so that's the way I do it. There's plenty of guides and videos, and in the video description I'm going to include written instructions on how to do this, so you can read through how you actually do it, including some of the benefits as well. So you're going to begin by putting your finger here, blocking one of your nostrils, and you're going to breathe in through this nostril. And breathe out through the other. You're going to breathe back in through this nostril. And then breathe out through this one. And that's one repetition of alternate nostril breathing, or Nadi Shodhana. And I'll show that one more time, just visually. So it's... And generally speaking, you want to repeat that 12 times and do it in sets of 12, 24, 36, 48. That's the way I was taught it. I'm sure you'll be fine if you use sets of 10, like 10, 20, however many you like. Usually by the 12th breath, at the very least, you're going to feel, if you just give yourself a second and stop the exercise, you're going to feel physically calmer. And there's whole number of reasons that is. I mean, even just like think about slowing down the breath and slowing down the heart rate. When you're breathing through one nostril instead of two, or through your mouth, and you do a mental count of how long it takes to breathe in and out, you're slowing down your breath dramatically. But again, there's also the bilateral effect, bilateral stimulation effect, and again, alternate nostril breathing in Nadi Shodhana is said to clear the subtle energy systems in your body called the nadis. That's why it's called Nadi Shodhana, because the nadis, the Ida and Pingala nadis, are these two nadi systems that go throughout your body, and the left and the right hemisphere of the brain, and the subtle energy channels. And there's also the Sushumna. So it said when you clear the Ida and Pingala channels, that you're also opening up the Sushumna, which is the central channel, which people might be familiar with. So again, this is generally a preliminary exercise. It's very simple to do. I will usually use this as a standalone if I don't have too much time to do a meditation, or before I begin to do advanced techniques. So it's a great meditation technique. You'll definitely feel the calmness after this. I would highly recommend, before you do this exercise, you clear your nasal passages, right? And any way that you do that, blow your nose, whatever you got to do, because it will be a little annoying if you haven't done that when you begin, and you'll quickly find out like, one side's more open than the other, and that is always the case, because it's said that every half hour, or between every half an hour and every 2 hours, one passage opens up more than the other, and that actually those energy channels have to do with things like creativity or intellect, depending on what side's more open throughout the day, from the Ida and the Pingala Nadi channels. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to create a playlist here that has meditation techniques, even guided meditations in the future, and the like. So I hope you guys appreciate this. I'll see you next time. Take care.